welcome to today's episode of Refresh, our daily live morning show that only brings you the most positive, the most uplifting, the most inspirational videos from around the web.
Whoa.
My name is Cassie. I'm an editor here at Little Things. That guy back there is my wonderful husband, Paul. Say hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Now, Paul is not going to be joining us again today because we have a very, very special guest that you will not want to miss. I'll give you a hint. She has a Grammy, so be sure to stick around for that. But first, we are going to get to our top 7 countdown of the day, starting with video number 7. We have an incredible husband who surprises his wife with the ultimate gift. Let's take a look. All right, and please help me in welcoming to Refresh singer, songwriter, and Grammy winner Paula Cole. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you. This is so exciting. I called you Paul because my husband's Paul. It gets confusing. But I have to start this off by tooting your horn for an incredible 20-plus year career. It's really amazing. Your single, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone, reached the top 10 of Billboard in 1997.
Yep.
Your song, I Don't Want to Wait, was the theme for Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Your album, This Fire, won you the Grammy for Best New Artist in 1998, along with 7 nominations. You were the first solo female to be nominated for a Grammy for Best Producer, and yet in your, I know, it's amazing, it's incredible. But in your biography, you say that it is truly my time now at 50. So I don't know, what's different for you at almost 50?
It's so hard to put it all into a sentence or two, but I was a young person then, and then I took time off to have my beautiful daughter. She's 15, and she's actually in the green room.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We're here in New York to see Kinky Boots and
that's so much fun.
And I had a concert last night, so she came. But anyway, I had my motherhood years, and I took a hiatus from the music business, you know, about 8 years. And she's getting older, and I feel like I'm my best self now.
Oh.
I know what I want. I know what I love. I love music, and I'm glad to be independent and off major labels and to do this the way I want to do it. So
That's wonderful.
I feel like I'm my best self, my best musician. My voice is better now.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Yeah, we do on Refresh on Little Things. We teach women to own their age and come into your own.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It seems
I'm
like it's
psyched to be 50.
Yeah, it
I'm
seems
not
like it
even
only gets
50 yet. I'm saying I'm 49.
Yeah, I'm eager to get past this stage and move on to better things, better ages. Now, speaking of age, last year at 48, you reshot Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? You changed some of the lyrics. You changed them to, you go wash the dishes while I go have a beer.
That's right, Mama.
Why did you choose to revisit that song?
Well, it's kind of an iconic and peculiar song, and people have interpreted it as they like. So, of course, I wrote it tongue-in-cheek and ironically, and, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right?
Yeah.
And an examination of gender roles and melancholy, all woven into this funny little song with humor, and it became a big thing. And then I found there were the progressives that understood me. And then there was Rush Limbaugh, who said it was this, he loved the song, right? It was so bizarre. And I would find at concerts, too, people would have their different interpretation of it. So I started changing that lyric live.
Yeah.
And people, especially the women, of course.
Of course, yeah.
So I just needed to record it for posterity and kind of have a new angle on it.
I love that. I like the improvement. I'm good with that. So your song, I Don't Want to Wait, it kind of became an anthem for the late 90s, and yet I read that you actually wrote it as a tribute to your grandmother and your grandfather who served in World War II.
That's right.
That's so interesting.
Very nice. Thank you for looking into that.
Yeah,
That's right. I never intended it to be a TV theme song. You know, that was very strange in a way. And then the Dawson's Creek became so huge, it kind of usurped me in a way, and people associated it with that, and then also it became more hip to be associated with theme songs.
Right.
But I was one of the harbingers of that being very popular, and then I had my daughter, so everything kind of ebbed away a little bit. And I just want to remind people that it was written for my grandfather and my grandmother, and that was the original intention.
Right, there's a really deep theme there, and really talking about the War of '44 and shrapnel. It's really a
shrapnel in his skin, you know. And they would say, "Don't touch Grandpa, don't startle Grandpa, don't touch his legs," right?
Right. Yeah.
And that was PTSD, but we didn't have a word for it then, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful that you kind of encaptured that time and really honored it. It's really beautiful. Yeah. So you talk about your daughter Sky and how she changed your career. So did being a mom change the style of your music in any way, or how you wrote?
It stopped my writing for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was so focused on her, and she had really strong childhood asthma, and I couldn't work, I couldn't tour. I was really dedicated to her, and that was the right thing to do. So she made me see what was truly important,
Right.
and I'm so glad that she's kind of blossomed into this healthy young woman, and and it allows me to kind of go back to my fan base, who I love very much, and back to my music a little more. So
That's wonderful, yeah.
she's changed me spiritually, I guess.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what would you say to any moms who are watching who might be struggling to balance a career or passions with having children?
Just to know that it is really, really hard when they're young, but it gets better.
Okay.
It gets better, and you will have yourself back, and you will be better.
That's wonderful. So you just recorded a new jazz/roots, American roots album called Ballads, and you said that you've longed to make this album your entire career. Why is Ballads so important to you?
It's dedicated to my father.
Oh.
We grew up in a little town, Rockport, Massachusetts, and when I was a kid in the 70s, we didn't even get like FM radio signal. That's dating me, but you know, that was the times. But we made music at home. My dad was a multi-instrumentalist, and he was a professional musician. He played bass in a polka band.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah, Johnny Pritko and the Connecticut High Tones, and he was on album covers, and I was so impressed with my dad.
Cool.
And so I idolized him a bit and learned a lot of the great American canon of folk songs and standards. And I started as a jazz singer.
Oh.
I was going to college and singing in jazz clubs on the weekend, like the Boston Logan Airport Hilton Lounge on Thursday nights with Al Vega, you know? And singing weddings and just working hard as a jazz singer. And I was even offered a couple of record deals from jazz labels, which I declined, and just kept going with my own writing, which turned out to be what it was.
Yeah.
But I needed to live and put out albums with my original work to finally arrive 30 years later to do this. It was on my bucket list.
Yeah.
And to show this side of me and to dedicate it to my dad.
That's wonderful. Yeah, well, I'm so excited for you. And so in Ballads, you cover such greats as Billie Holiday, Nat King Cole, Johnny Cash, Nina Simone, the list goes on and on. So what draws you to these past artists? What is it about the music that they made that kind of brings you in?
And Bobby Gentry too. Like there's definitely some classic American music that I think it's all a beautiful jumble, and it should be together.
Yeah.
So, and we tend to classify music, you know, country
Yeah.
or alternative or, you know,
Put 'em in
jazz.
buckets,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then even like smooth jazz or urban jazz. Oh my God.
It's too much.
Americana. So for me, I put it all together in this beautiful stew that is American music, basically from the 1930s to the 1960s.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I mean, these were greats that I loved and who influenced me and influenced so many. I mean, Billie Holiday, John Coltrane, Nina Simone, Bobby Gentry. They're just icons, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good stew. That sounds like
it's a yummy stew.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, and I hear that you're going to be honoring us today with a song from Ballads. Is that right?
That's right.
I'm so excited.
Thank you for that.
So, which one are you going to be playing for us?
We're going to be playing Bobby Gentry's Ode to Billie Joe, which is this mysterious story. So it's very much about the lyrics.
I'm so excited. Okay, so but before we do that, we are going to finish up our countdown. We have video number 1, which is our favorite compassionate judge who gives an apologetic veteran a second chance. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, and we are back, and you are going to delight us with one of your songs.
Thank you so much. This is a beautiful classic American song by Bobby Gentry called Ode to Billie Joe, and with me is Noe Soja on guitar. Let's do this. It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton and my brother was baling hay. And at dinner time we stopped and we walked back to the house to eat. And Mama hollered at the back door, you'll remember to wipe your feet. She said, I got some news.
Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, well, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 40 I've got to plow. And Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe. Anyhow, seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And Brother said he recollected when he and Tom and Billy Joe put a frog down my back at the Carroll County Picture Show. And wasn't I talking to him after church last Sunday night? I'll have another piece of apple pie, you know. It don't seem right. Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now you tell me Billy Joe has jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And Mama said to me, child, what's happened to your appetite? I've been cooking all morning and you haven't touched a single bite. That nice young preacher, Brother Taylor, stopped by today. Said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, he said he saw a girl who looked like you up on Choctaw Ridge. And she and Billy Joe is throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge. A year has come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. And Brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going round, Papa caught it, and he died last spring. And now Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And as for me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge and throw them into the muddy water of the Tallahatchie Bridge.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
No, I'm
wow.
so on guitar.
Yeah, you're incredible. That was just beautiful. The only thing that could make it better is if you're on like a back porch somewhere.
I feel cooler. Like, this is one of the coolest moments of my life.
This
I don't know
was
what
amazing.
to say.
Just stay and play the whole
Just say
hour.
it.
Just stay
I mean,
with
we've
us.
got, honestly, the amount of comments coming in
Yeah.
to Paula. It's Kelly saying, I love Paula Cole. We have Peggy saying, pretty voice. We have Tony Walker saying, love the song, takes me back. Sam Bright, I love you, Paula. Susan, great song. There are just so
This
many
goes on
comments.
and on
Joni
and
Carter,
on.
love the song. And
Everybody.
everyone's so excited for your upcoming album, Ballads. Where do we get that? Where can our audience go to?
It's coming out August 11th. It's called Ballads, and you can get it through my site, paulacole.com, or Amazon, or iTunes, or all those regular outlets. Yeah.
And if they can't wait that long, can they pre-order it? Is it up for pre-order?
Yes, it's up for pre-order.
Yay, that's so much
That's
fun.
right. It's up for pre-order.
I'm so excited. I can't believe you're
Yeah.
here. This is so much
Oh
fun.
my gosh!
And
Thank you so much for having us.
you've
She's a
given
sugar
us.
cube too now.
You
Both
are.
of
That's
you
what we
sugar
call
cubes.
our audience. You're an official.
You're official
Oh,
sugar. You're in the
Yes.
club. You're a sugar cube. No, everyone. I mean, there are just so many comments, Paula.
Yeah.
Everyone's Daryl saying everyone. Oh.
And also, you
Best
know,
way to start the day. I'm sorry if this is. I'm freaking out here because it really made me feel so cool.
Yeah.
Everyone.
It's such a brilliant song, and it's a mystery. This song, like what really happens on Chalk Village,
yeah.
right?
And I think it's so wonderful. You know, Levon is talking about memories. My father loved this song. I think it's so wonderful that you're honoring these artists from the past who really, you know, deserve to be remembered and honored every day. And
absolutely. And Bobby Gentry, I feel a little bit of a kinship because she, like me, she won Best New Artist. She had this big success, very meteoric and quick like me, and was an introvert like me, and won Best New Artist Grammy like me, and then she disappeared like me. And I just feel a kinship to her, and her work is brilliant. She also produced that work, and that was revolutionary at the time for a woman to do that. So I wanted to, you know, let the world remember Bobby Gentry.
yeah, it's so important. The work you're doing is so important. As if you haven't given us enough in your past work, now you're here giving us more.
You're giving it to me, and you're all giving it to me.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Susie Sprankle saying, "Thank you, Paula. That was most wonderful." Christine Hay, hello from Indiana, loved your voice. People from all over the world, they're also loving what you're wearing.
Yeah, they love your shirt.
Yeah,
I bought this on the set for my Cowboys.
That's beautiful.
Redux.
Oh,
the video
that's
for
wonderful.
Cowboys. Yeah, thanks.
That's beautiful. Yeah, but thank you so much, guys. August
lots of
11.
love to everybody.
August 11. Please look into Ballads. You can pre-order it. It was so amazing to have you here. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you.
This was wonderful.
You guys are beautiful.
Oh no, stop.
You're doing all this positivity. The world needs you right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's we're trying to just spread a little bit of joy and light where we can.
That's
yeah.
right. We need
so
that.
and thank you for being a part of that and helping us.
You bet. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Remember that life is about the little things. Mwah! Bye.
Bye.